So I had this fancy little video and with like cool little stuff, and I didn't think it through. So we're going to get some help here. So my mission is to advance personally and professionally so that I can learn to how to best help those around me. And what that means for me is I want to be the kind of leader who isn't going to be afraid, who will have courage to make the tough decisions, and also to have compassion and be able to listen to those around me so that I can better help them. Finding my voice. I want to be able to live with purpose. Our time is, especially with all these, things happening, the fires, the virus, everything, I feel like our time is limited, and I want to be able to have purpose and just to be able to help others. All those things are important to me. Give time, have faith, act with kindness. Embrace change. That's a big one for me because I usually tend to get in my little bubble, and I don't like to necessarily change. So that's definitely a big one. Be courageous, and I want to be able to empower others. I have a daughter who I always think about. I know that all our slideshows and all our breakthrough plans are different. So for me, my children, that's a big part. And that's what that means. That's coming to this program. It helped me realize that you're a leader whether you know it or not, With my children, I've been a leader without even realizing it. And I'm just having this opportunity and being able to look within yourself and kind of evaluate yourself. We were having this conversation earlier that it's hard to do. It's hard to think about you and what you're doing and your goals and things like that. But to me, leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence. And I want that to continue once I leave, or I'm not in that circle anymore, or, again, I go back to my children. Once they leave home, I want them to have that and have it kind of engraved so that they can still be impacted somehow. So what I did for my breakthrough was 3 different things. The first one is my family living. Again, the most important work you will ever do is within the walls of your own home. And it's different for everybody, but for me, that's and that's what it looks like: to protect, defend, honor, love, smile, respect, laugh, empower, be honest, cherish, and lead. I think that's one of my biggest goals, to continue doing that, to be able to impact them in a way that it's worthy. For my professional living, right now, I am heavily involved with the Central Valley Hispanic Chamber, and with my own business, Garcia Insurance Agency. So what I did was had different, for the Central Valley, I want to continue to build a bridge to help connect small businesses to grow. Being a business owner, I know, how difficult it can be sometimes, especially starting off. So I feel like I'm in a place where I can maybe help others. So I've been really blessed to be able to do that. And then with our business, I just want to continue to grow it because I know that having that will allow me to jump into future ventures, having that stability so that way I can donate my time, so that way I can be on different boards, and do that. So for that, the marketing, the network, I think all of us that are here that, well, I shouldn't speak for everybody, but I feel like, that's my biggest thing. I don't like being around a lot of people that I don't know. It's uncomfortable for me. I tend to be shy, and the public speaking, all that we've heard already, it's definitely not me. But I feel like if you don't push yourself, you can never outgrow those issues. So that's what I've been trying to do, and I want to continue to do through marketing, through networking, and just to build those relationships. So this one here, that's when I got my keys to the office, and my husband took that picture, so I thought it was perfect because stepping forward. So what I want to do in the future, like I said, I'm already doing some of those things, but I just want to continue to grow and continue to do better and just be better. So I just put that down, keys to success. I close the door to the past, open the door to the future, take a deep breath, step on through, and start a new chapter in my life. And I think that can be for big things, and that can also be for little things, because I tend to overthink things a lot. But I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just how I was built. And, sometimes you just, I always tell my children, you have to know what the problem is in order for you to be able to fix it. So knowing that it's difficult, I always do try to, okay, let's do this, and then do it. And at the end, realize that, it wasn't that bad. Or I could have done this differently. I should have brought this up. Or, just to, again, continue to better myself and to grow. So the strategy, or what it looks like for me in the future, it is very important to me to have balance, because I've mentioned it already, I'm a mom. And that alone takes a lot of time. So finding that balance and being able to not just with family, but with other things, business, work life, and then just as a woman alone. So for the future, I would, continue to honor and love those around me. My major roles, again, my children and family around me, to protect and lead, to make disciples, and stay rooted. I am a very religious person, and I know that sometimes that with everything else, I tend to feel persecuted in a sense. So I don't like to talk about it too much, just because it's one of those subjects. But I do, my husband and I, we meet with our pastor on a weekly basis, and I love that time. So those are the things that I want to continue to do. And, you know, my children are going to become, or it's me who they see. It's my husband who they see. So I want them to have a good example, and I've always had that in the back of my head. The reason why I started all these leaderships and just kind of putting myself out there is because my daughter, if I'm shy, she's like 10 times more shy. And I can't tell her, stop it, you know, because she sees me having that. So I wanted to show her that it's okay. It's okay to be scared. It's okay, but you still do it. And, you know, it'll make you better. So my why, or my reason to continue this is to never forget why you started. So anytime I have doubts, again, I think of my little girl. You know, I want her to have a worthy, I guess, role model. I know that my mom has been that for me, and I want to be that for her. So I like to be a very positive person. I try to be anyways. So I just threw in, you know, the things that kind of just kind of hit me, and I remembered, and, you know, things like that. So again, once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. And it's kind of like what I said earlier with my children, you know. Once we know what the problem is, we can learn how to fix it. So for the professional one, same thing. I do want to do more. I want to volunteer. I know that just recently with the chamber, we had this big grant, and I was talking to Joanna, and it was the most amazing feeling to be able to help others. And I've never put myself out there to do that. And it was all for free. And it was the most rewarding that I've ever had in return. And so I do want to do that. I've already contacted a couple of boards. Unfortunately, I haven't heard back yet, but you know, it's still early, and so I do want to do more, but again, keeping that balance on mind. So again, I want to engage with my community. There is always room in your life for thinking bigger, pushing limits, imagining the unimaginable. I had a taste, and you know, I'm already thinking of how I can do more for the community, for those less fortunate. And unfortunately, most of the people that I was able to help, and I don't say unfortunately as a bad thing, but unfortunately, like the Spanish speaking or the minority is the one that gets kind of lost, in the whole thing, you know. So when I was able to help with this, that was where I really realized, like, we're not reaching them as well as we should. And I know that a lot of it has to do with the language. A lot of it has to do with, you know, technology. I mean, some people that I helped out didn't even have email addresses. And to us, that's something like so basic. Who doesn't have an email address, you know? But I found a lot of Latino business owners that were like, I don't even have an email. And it's just the gratitude that I got. It was just very rewarding. Again, we talked about this. I think it's important to, while you're doing all that, to kind of keep in mind you and take care of you. Because if you're not happy, if you're not, re-energized, then you can't really be good for others. You can't help others as well as you would want. So that's just kind of the same thing, my goals. I want to set goals continuously. Once I reach them, I want more. And, to be a part of a change, even if it's small, I want to be in it. And then just connect, become aware of the needs around us, and see how I can help, how I can, make it easy. I mean, sometimes it's as simple as creating an email address, and to somebody it was like the greatest thing. So that's, want to focus on that. And I just said this earlier, just surround yourself with people that reflect who you want to be and how you want to feel. It really is contagious, and I'm so grateful that I've been able to be with you guys and have this opportunity, because everybody out there is going through their own thing. They're having their own stuff, and they're still making that difference. So I just want to continue to do that. So my vision and my priority is be passionate. And, we all have our luggage. Looking back is not so bad when you realize where you are today. There's things that happen, but it's molding us, and we are here because of it. So my summary, so professionally, I will persevere to reach my goals as I become a better version of myself. Personally, I will continue to communicate and cherish all the small or big memories that are built in front of me, and have faith. I had seen this, and it just, again, she who kneels before God can stand before anyone. It's those little things that help you change the way that you think, that those voices that tell you you can't do it or you're going to blow it. But again, take a deep breath and just do it, and, just go for it. So that's what I want to look like. Strength, dignity, and laughter. Never let fear stop me from what I can and should be doing to bring glory to His name. And then that's just kind of like my parting words. Trust in yourself and know that there is a reason. Take full charge and control of what's to come. And that's, just a big reminder to me. Again, I know that nothing happens by chance, and I just have to learn to accept it and know that I do deserve a place on the table. I can make a difference, and just try as hard as I can to do those things. And I didn't know if we were supposed to do this, but there's my contact information. I don't know. And that's it.